Hi everyone, my name is Shreya and I'm here with.
Clover Collects.
It is so nice to meet you, Clover. I love your, collection background here, and we're super excited to get into it with you. So, first things first, how did you get into Vocaloid, specifically Miku?
In 2013, I was recommended on a Monster High video, a Vocaloid video. It was the first song I'd ever heard, and it wasn't even with Miku, it was with Mako. And then afterwards, it was just recommended videos from there. And then in around 2017, I started collecting the actual figures. And then it has now taken over my living room.
I love that so much. I love her so much. Miku, best girl. When you're collecting Miku, do you have like a specific kind of brand or toy store you collect, or is it just it runs the gamut for everything?
For me, it just depends on like if I think they're cute, if I want to put them in my collection. I used to focus more on like getting scale figures, but now that I live on my own and finances are a little bit different, I've started collecting more of the prize figures. So it's just nice to see a little bit of diversity throughout all of them.
Yeah. And so is Miku the only Vocaloid you collect, or do you collect a bunch of like characters and singers?
I actually collect all of them. Luca is my favorite.
Uh, That's awesome. And do you get your collecting like from Japan, or have you found stores out here? Because sometimes it's hard to get like the figures, especially like, now that I moved to New York, I'm like, wow, there's so many stores out here.
I do a mix of both. I used to purchase more so from Japan, but recently I've started picking up more from America. Sometimes in person, but usually online.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Miku figure that you own, or any of like your top five
Oh
or
God, I really like the Oiran one that is right behind me.
yeah.
It's so hard to pick because I love all of the Project Diva ones from the video game.
Oh
Because
yeah,
when
yeah,
I first
yeah.
started collecting, I was playing the game all the time. So any of the modules I can find from that game, I love them instantly.
That's so awesome. And you also collect Monster High. And I'm sure, the Momoa channel knows, but we've interviewed Garrett Sander, creator of Monster High. So how did you get into Monster High?
I discovered it right when it came out. I saw the ad for it on Nickelodeon, and my sister was like, "Hey, I think you would like this. It's kind of like Goth Barbie." And so I was
Hmm.
like, "I think I would like it." I watched it and instantly fell in love with it. And I remember that Christmas I got my first three dolls, and then it
What
just
were they?
it was the Dead Tired Draculara, the Dead
Hmm.
Tired Frankie, and then School's Out Cleo.
That's awesome. I love Monster High. Do you have a favorite doll or character? I always love asking that question.
Draculara is my absolute favorite. I have a couple shelves of just Draculara.
Oh, that's awesome. I actually was gonna say you remind me of Dracula a bit. Yeah. I what I really love about Monster High is the ability to like express yourself, in a world of like dolls that almost always look the same. I love how like each character is like different and they have their own quirks, and it's really awesome seeing them embrace the individuality. Are you still collecting Monster High? How has it been since you were there from the very beginning, like when it was just released?
I did collect some of the G3 dolls, but I kind of stick more to the G1. I didn't really watch the new show or anything like that, but I do love the new Draculara designs. It was just a little bit too different for me, but I feel like it's
Hmm.
kind of going more in the direction of being similar to G1 now.
Hmm.
So I've been picking up some of the newer Dracularas, but for the most part, I've been collecting the creep reductions because I missed a few of them when I was younger because I couldn't really
Hmm.
buy them back then. So I've just been focusing on collecting those ones again.
That's awesome. I love the creep productions, and especially when they have their cute little boxes, they're so nice to like stand up. So when we talk about collecting, do you have a specific like story or memory that you want to share when it comes to like collecting?
Um, My first collection was actually Star Wars. I've loved it for as long as I can remember, but I remember I was probably about 6 years old. I inherited my brother and my dad's collections because they weren't really collecting it anymore, and I just picked up, starting to like it. So I remember being handed like a big tub just full of figures. And from then on, I started collecting Star Wars, and it was my first collection. So I just remember that day specifically, how excited I was, and how it just kind of snowballed into all of this now.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna share your memo profile. So first of all, I love it because it's like so nice seeing all these Miku figures. And as we're going through this, I want to like we just usually highlight a few collections. So first is the Scale Hatsune Miku collection. So do you want to talk more about this symphony? Because I was just blown away by this beautiful dress on this Miku.
Oh, I love this one so much. She was actually one of my first scale figures.
And what
She's
is scale figures, by the way, for the audience who might not know?
Scale figures are usually the bigger figures. They sometimes are hand painted and they're usually higher quality than your average figure that's probably about $20. They can range anywhere from about 150 to 400 now.
Oh wow. Wow.
They can get pretty pricey.
Hmm. When did you end up getting this one?
Um, I believe it might have been about 2018 or 2019. possibly later, but I got her on Tokyo Otaku mode.
Actually, I just want to talk about one that really sticks out to me. This beautiful, colorful Miku. It's actually probably my favorite. The Lucky Orb one.
Yes, she's one that I've actually seen in person, like the module at Miku Expo, so that one's pretty special to me.
Do you go to Miku Expo? Is that an every year convention or
They
one?
do it just about every 4 years, it seems. I'm actually going to the one this year that is in April.
Oh, where is it?
I'm going to the one in Chicago because they don't have one in my state this time.
Oh, okay. I might stop by. That's awesome. Like a bunch of Miku fans coming together. That's really cool. You also have the Project Diva. Now, this is one that we talked about previously, right?
Yes.
How you've been. Do you have any favorites here with the Project Diva ones? Why don't I just go through them?
I really like the Heart Hunter one that was at the start, and then
Oh, okay.
Factory Tyrant is my absolute favorite from Project Diva.
So this is the Heart Hunter one. What I love about Miku figures is the outfits. I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
such a fan. I love the beautiful dresses, Miku in all of her fashions. Like I really love the fashions here. I was just thinking about that when I was looking at this.
Yeah, I love how different they all are.
Yeah. So you said Heart Hunter and what was the other one?
The Factory Tyrant one.
Oh,
That's
this one right here.
that's one of
Love
my
her.
favorite songs from the game, so I got super excited when I saw that she was released.
I love that so much. And when you're talking about like, what is your ultimate grill? So do you have a grill Miku that you really want and haven't had the chance to get yet, or just a grill collectible in general?
For Miku, I'd say probably some of the new Sakura Miku ones because they've started doing scales for that.
Yeah, and I actually saw some of them in your background right there, right? The
Yeah, I
pink
have like
ones,
a whole
yeah.
shelf full of Sakura Mikus behind me.
So that you would say that. What about for Monster High?
I love the Heart Hunter Draculaura, but she's about, I think, $500 now pre-owned, so that's one that I've kind of had to give up hope on receiving.
Yeah. And so when you joined Momo, I want to know more about your experience. How's it been, being able to upload your collections and seeing all of them?
I've loved it so far. I like that you can count like how much your collection is worth, and then you can use the scan tool and it will price it and find it for you, and it'll give you like it'll generate the name for you so you don't have to research it if you forgot what it's called. And I like that you can put like your favorite memories, or usually in the description I'll put where I purchased them from because
Hmm.
that's something I get asked all of the time on my Instagram account. So if anyone scrolls through, I try and make sure I put that in there so they can see like, oh, she purchased it here around this time. And you can just put so much information in there, and I really like that.
That's really great to hear. And yeah, I was just knowing now I know to get it from Prex Hobby or I've been noticing you put it in your description. And the other thing I love about this is being able to see everybody else's collections. So like I mentioned at the beginning, this is their first foray into like figures and so far, I'm starting to see more and more different types of figures like Tokidoki is one of the big ones here. Definitely fandom related merch, which is awesome. And yeah, I guess I'm really excited to see more Miku figures come in. Right now, we really have Clover, so I think you're going to start off a huge new wave here.
I would love to see that.
Awesome. As a wrapping this up, I want to know. So you've been in like the collecting scene for a while. Do you have any advice for people who are just getting starting out, or even with content creation who are, showcasing their collection? What would you say for like a new collector or a content creator?
Something I learned over time is to just do what you like. A lot of people get wrapped up in the follower count or getting sponsorships and things like that. Whereas for me, when I first started my account, I think it was me and one other creator. She goes by Snowmeeks on Instagram. She and I were some of the first Vocaloid creators on Instagram and Twitter when it came to collecting. So it's crazy to see just like how far the community has come from now and just how many people do it now. Back then, there weren't very many people on there. So it was just something that I did because I didn't have friends in person that liked the same interests as me.
Hmm.
So being able to share that with someone else was what made it special, and being able to meet so many other different people. So I would just say post what you want to post. Um, just do what makes you happy. There should be something fun. It's not a job. It's just
Yeah.
something that can make you happy and can make people around you happy. Creates a sense of community, and I love that.
And that's what we're all about at MMO, embracing the community behind collecting. So thank you so much, Clover, and we'll definitely shout you out and we'll put the audience on your Memo profile so they can continue to see your uploads. We'd love to see your Monster High on there next.
Thank you so much.